Welcome everybody to another episode of ServerMaking, one of the last ones for a while before we take a break from this stuff to do some LPing, and we'll come back here to do some spleef. Every now and then you might get like a little special episode of ServerMaking, but it's not going to be a regular thing. I'm trying to wrap this mini-series up because it's all about VoxelSniper. And that's cool, but it's not really my main area, and to be completely honest, it doesn't seem to be your guys' favorite either in terms of views and likes and whatnot. But that's why I've been doing more work off camera, so that you can come back and see, wow, things have changed. And guess what, guys? I found, oh, just noticed a little mistake. I found a brilliant solution to our lighting problem that I don't know why I didn't think of it before. I almost feel like we talked about it before, but then I didn't end up doing it. And it all started with I was going through lighting up down here in various ways, and I said, I don't want to do this again for the second floor. So I came up here and I replaced most of the roof with glass. I changed the pattern to be mostly glass with still some supports in it, so it can still functionally be a roof. And then once that happened, I realized that I could put transparent blocks on the floor every so often and it would majorly light up downstairs. So here we are with the bottom lit enough for me. I mean, we still got these little dark spots, but I don't think that's a problem. Out of curiosity, let's turn this down to moody. Okay, so that's kind of bad, right? But no one plays on moody. Or at least I hope you don't, because let me tell you, it's much better without it. Okay. Get some bone meal. Bone meal right there. I'll keep that on the bar, actually. So, what else did we do? Added the blue kiosks. I added the bathroom. I didn't put the zombies and people label yet. I will do that. Got a horse here. Horse gonna sell you some stuff in the blue store. And we've got the bigger blue store over here, which that's old news. But what I did basically is I put pistons, which are transparent, and then I put glass. I also added these guys. I don't know if you've seen them yet or not. Can't remember what's been recorded here. This was my initial idea, to try to pipe some light down there. I put these little, like, I almost feel like filling them with water now, just because that might look kind of like a fountain. Let's actually get, whoop, oh, whoop, hey, go down, water, go down, okay, right, something like that. That might actually look good. Give these things kind of a purpose. Oh, I don't remember how high I made that. I think it was that high. Yeah, that's probably the same height. Looks close enough. But then I ended up not needing them because the pistons thing. And I like the way that looks, especially with the glass. It kind of looks like an actual encasement up there, which is cool. What else did we do? I worked on the escalators. I think they're done. We have a middle display here with some flowers. I just sort of bone mealed it a lot. We could hand pick some good looking flowers later, since we just kind of did it randomly, but you can run up and down them now, so that's good. And one thing I'm starting to think about is lines of sight for actual playing. So let's pretend that we spawn in this room here. We run out with our team. So right here, right as we get out, you can't really throw snowballs that far, right? You can only get about halfway through. So I'm not worried about being hit right off the bat, even though we can see all the way down there. But if we get even a little closer, like up to here, then you kind of can get kind of close. Not too close, but so you kind of have to, if you're going to camp their spawn, you really have to be in there, but they're going to be spawning from all three, so it's going to be impossible to be pinned down from spawn. I also am going to be realistic, okay? We don't have a very big server. Every time that I've been recording all of these videos, I've been the only one playing. So And I know that it's just released and I haven't advertised it much, so maybe we can draw some more attention to it. Maybe it'll be busier during the summer. But I think that the most we're going to get is probably games of like 4-on-4 at most. Most of them are probably going to be like 2-on-2 or even 1-on-1. So, to be realistic, we don't need a lot of cover, right? So it doesn't need to be too crazy like some of these other servers. But one thing that we can experiment with, and this could be cool, let's test it out right now. I got some other stuff that we were going to do today, but I think this is important. Painting. I'm going to try with fences and painting. Let's try, I'm going to put it like right here. You might be able to tell what I'm trying to do here. What's something you see all the time at the mall, if not advertisements? I don't think. Hold on. I'm trying to get some like massive ones. We might even be able to work out a server texture that puts up like my Twitter link or something with the right paintings, or just a better advertisement. Something that looks a little bit more oh wow. Okay, you can't even see those from too far away. Unless they all popped off. No, they're there. Okay. Is there anything else that kind of goes on the wall like that? That would look fine as an advertisement. Like vines, that doesn't really work. I mean, we could just do it out of full blocks as well. That probably wouldn't look horrible. But also I want it to hang down more because I want it to block snowballs. Right? Like if we grab like some blocks and then we add a roof that's like this tall, I can't throw snowballs that far because they're just going to hit the roof. So that's what I want them to be. I want them to sort of be protecting you from lobbed snowballs. Oh, snowballs break those. Okay, that's good to know. So we'll think of something for that. Not a huge priority because, like I said, we don't need that much cover with small games. This area is fine. You can hide behind trees and bushes and the rocks. Not a problem there. Over here, there's enough going on. Okay, this is weird. This has been happening. Where like, oh, I guess I accidentally said. Yeah, that's what happened. Anyways, there's enough going on over here that I think it's fine in terms of cover. You can't see anyone on the stairs. One thing I really like is that if you're coming up these stairs and you're watching where you're going to protect yourself there, you are very vulnerable behind you. Basically, you'd have to be right. Like, think about this. I'm walking up these stairs here, sort of focusing in this direction. Someone else on the other team is walking up these stairs here, sort of focusing on this direction. You'll meet somewhere in the middle, and you'll turn around and you realize that there's someone behind you. So when you're going up, you should always look behind you to make sure no one's going up those stairs. And you can cross over in the middle if you want. That's pretty much it. Oh, store Bullseye is one store, kind of like Target. Same idea. And Good Price, kind of like Best Buy because it's blue, red versus blue. Huge walls, I kind of like the big walls. Big store does provide more cover back here so that you can come out of either one and have zero chance of being pinned down right here. So that's good. Don't need to fill this store with too much because, like I said, people from the red team probably aren't going to be here. It's not going to be a spot that needs much cover. We don't have a food court yet, so I think what we're going to do is probably design some little like food shops in like that corner and over there and over there and that corner, and then just put tables and chairs, little tiny things if possible, around here for the upper levels. But that's not that much cover again, so you know we have to be wary of probably going to put some plants, maybe even some trees, because this is taller, because you don't want people to be stuck with two people each covering a door. But yeah, that's what we got going on, and that's enough talking. It's like full 10 minutes of talking. That's important stuff though. Now let's do some doing. I have noticed a huge flaw in our mall. We don't have an entrance. There's no way to get in or out of this mall, which is good because I don't want people getting in and out of the mall playing paintball, but it doesn't make much sense. And that's kind of one of the things that made it look like a White House, right? Because malls kind of have big entrances. Maybe not, I don't know. Maybe it had nothing to do with the White House thing. But I made some entrances, some really tiny ones, and as you can see, I have made a parking lot as well. Might put some carpets and a pattern down there. Oh, stupid slimes, that's why I got my sword. And I put these as the entrances. That'll be a fine entrance. Totally passable. Totally passable. I set this place to no mob spawning, but I also added this little redstone up here that turns it into always day, so no hostile mobs are spawning anymore, or very few of them, because it's usually not that dark to spawn them. And then, so now it's filling up, the world is filling up with slimes, an extreme amount of slimes, which are often making their way over here. And that's really not cool. really annoying to deal with. So I might have to, I'm trying to find a way to set this entire world to be mob free. I think there's a way to do it. Also, one thing I noticed is that when I'm in creative mode like this, or something, oh, it's because mob spawning is turned off here, so it can't spawn smaller. Okay, that's good at least. So they don't break apart anymore. They just stay as is. So let's kill this sheep. We have out here, which is gonna look like a sort of courtyard area that no one is supposed to be. Got sort of like a sidewalk here going on. Sidewalk doesn't meet up with the door, but ideally it would, and that would be sort of how you walked in. I don't really care about out here, but seeing as there's a giant window, I do kind of care about right here, which is what we're going to work on today. So I'm going to grab some stone, and we're going to make a fountain, first things first, in the middle of this place. And we are going to turn down the sound, so you don't have to hear those damn slimes anymore. /B8/BD for discs. And we're gonna do one of these deals where we go disc, 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 because it was an even number, so we don't have a perfect middle. And I hate it when there's like two little nubs or one little nub at the end, so let's just put these here. This could be too big. Let's roll with it, see what happens. We still got some decent space over here, so let's roll with it. Okay, next thing's next. Little ring here. I'm just gonna place them normal. You are so obnoxious and loud. Okay. And we're gonna make this fountain really tall. It's a really big fountain. Let's get in here. Wait, okay. I was like, wait, it has a middle. It's optical illusion. Looks like that's the middle. It's a full block. It's not. Okay. So, stone bricks, where are you at? Let's get chiseled and stone bricks. So we're gonna do something like this, I think, where maybe not, hold on. Let's make a 4x4 and then 2 on either side. Does it look like a circle? Not really, it looks like a turned sideways thing. What about a 4x4? No, let's start with what we had a second ago. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So we're gonna raise this up another. Yes, and now we're gonna do a 4x4. How's this looking? Good. And now one of these kind of cross patterns. Yep, that's going. It's kinda turning out more sort of like I wanted it to. We won't know until we try. I don't usually record this sort of thing in case it turns out horribly and I embarrass myself. And let's start placing some chisel. This is a lot of stone color. I'm hoping the water breaks it up. Alright, so now one of the nice things to do, I find, when doing fountains is to just sort of look at the natural water flow, see what it looks like. Okay. I like that. I don't like how the water... I think it would be cooler. I don't like having to put these blocks here. Hold on. Let me see if I can give a better description of what I'm looking for here. That would be nice, right there. But it's kind of hard to pull that off, I think. I'm wondering what would happen. Let's get rid of these water sources. I like that a lot. I think that's very good. And we've got this area in here that would be cool if we could grab some redstone, maybe. It's never really going to be dark in here because it's always daytime. But the water in itself is quite darkening, so I think putting a torch in, or a lamp in there is nice. And let's get some slabs. Oh, we can just pick block on those guys. Get in here, put it under the water. You can't even see those. That's weird. They like render very differently. So, guess we'll leave them out. I think that it's nice and simple. Let's get stairs actually. One thing that might help this bad boy out is something like this here. Let's take a look at which do we like it smaller or taller? I like it taller. I like to do stairs in stuff like this because it's a kind of smoother transition, and we could do something like that. I think I like it better without it though. Okay, I think we did something good here. Nice, simple water thing here. One thing we're gonna try is like something like, ooh, that's. I was trying to give the impression of like kind of an archway in the water, but that didn't work out. Connecting blocks on a diagonal like that they're not really connected except for at that little tiny point, and so it's really hard to do that effectively. Although I think it works alright up here. Okay, so now, as per usual for this kind of thing, trees and bone meal, and we're pretty much good to go. Out here, we'll see what it looks like through the light blue stained glass in the window inside the mall. Just some sporadic stuff there. Not too dense. Don't need to go crazy with it. Hopefully you won't be able to hear the water flow inside, because that would get annoying quickly. Still gotta fix that slime issue. Alright, let's get us some... I kind of want it to be big oak, but we have acacia wood in here, and I don't want it to look too weird having different kinds of trees. But actually I think that might help distinguish the two from each other. So let's go for it. Actually, slash big tree. That's how we'll plant those, because that way we don't have to bone meal and break stuff. And put another one there. Ooh, that's a good one. Kind of lopsided, actually. And that's not a big tree, that's just a tree. Oh, whoops. What happened? I did /u, which I forgot doesn't work with this. 197 blocks have been replaced. Oh boy. Oh, I think the last thing I did was like the iron bars or the windows or something. The windows somewhere. That one's supposed to be empty. I don't know. Maybe I'll rewatch. Maybe I did it in the video and we'll rewatch it, and I'll catch it during editing or something like that. Eventually, it'll become blatantly obvious because there's 197 blocks that are just wrong. All right, don't do that anymore. There we go. Oh wow, that is a big tree. Let's see if that looks weird, having the tree pressed up against the glass. No, it's no lighting issues or anything like that. So I think that's great. We're gonna leave that exactly like that. So you can see that things are really coming together. Oh man, really just the food court stuff, and we are done. Upper level here, we are done. These lamps in the middle, here, let me get in there. These guys, not so crazy about them. I think I'm gonna let's tear it down right now. We don't need the lighting anymore. Not a bad design, but it doesn't fit in with everything else we have. Right? Doesn't fit in with the rest of this place. I might be able to get another kiosk in here or something. And that's good. That should be set. C. Fixed, patched, done. We can probably get rid of this now. For spacing things. Alright, look at that. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Great, 7 kiosks. They're placed slightly differently, but more or less the same. Also got different roof patterns and colors and everything. So I think we're really getting close. One thing that might look good here, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, would be a advertisement that kind of blocks like a big, let's get like this, and then just as an example, this maybe. Or maybe that's a big advertisement. this. Something like this. I'm just spitballing here. I've never really used this color stained clay. It's kind of weird. Light gray. Not bad. Man, it's like Block Party. You have no idea what color it is. It's a fun game. We should play that more on the stream. Yeah, so now you can't really... Right now you can't really even see what they're doing back there, so it's kind of nice cover. I think we might leave that. Why not? I like it. Might change the color, color of this stained clay. But that's it for today, and almost it for this mini-series. Show it some love. Please, really helps me. And also, if you guys do enjoy seeing this particular series compared to my other ones, will totally keep doing them if they can kind of hold up in the views and the likes and stuff like that. So let me know, or in the comments if you guys yell at me in the comments saying, no, keep doing it, keep showing your progress on this and then the Spleef Arena and all the other stuff. Otherwise I can just do it on my own and then maybe make a video once it's done, or no video at all and just sort of announce it on the stream so you guys know to come over here and check it out. There might not have been people who were watching my videos when I showed this, so people may have missed it. And I was here the other day and I was pretty happy with it, so I'm going to end it in the lobby. Plus I got some stuff you guys probably haven't seen yet. But as far as content goes, that's pretty much it for me for today. Thank you very much for watching. This is the lobby. You got paintball, you got trading, and you got Spleef. When you pop into the world from like the overworld, say, right here you are in the overworld, and you go over here, and you go to PvP 1, and there's trading, paintball, and Spleef. The trading is you sell sponge for $1, and that was one of you guys' suggestion to do the sponge, which is a great idea because you can't get it anywhere else. So you're gonna win sponge for beating games of paintball and Spleef. You'll win some sponge, and then you go back to the overworld, and there will be shops here, more shops than this, but there is this right now, which is starter stuff. So if you win 3 games of Spleef, you get some iron boots, or 5 games of Spleef and whatever, you will get an iron sword and iron pickaxe, stuff like that. You start off with $10, so you can get an iron pickaxe right from the get-go and start up if you want, or, you know, play some games and come back and then buy some starter gear for a friend or whatever. I know I've signed off like 3 times already, so I'm not even gonna say goodbye. Goodbye.